I'm the Big LG Doc Gallows, and you're watching the Wrestling Junkies. Boom.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 498 of the Wrestling Junkies Podcast from Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I am joined by that handsome devil, the podcast dad, How's and Choops. It's been a couple of days since I've seen you. How we doing?
I'm good. I'm a lot less angry than I was Sunday morning because, man, I too delivered.
Charlie Chapdas, that was the name of the game on Sunday, dude. I'm telling you,
it delivered. It is weird, man. Didn't even feel like the same company.
You know what? Well, fact checker, I know you're always in the house, but this is I haven't seen you in ages. It makes me smile. Thank you, King Chris, for joining us tonight. And yes, fact checker, it is the Raw After WrestleMania, one of the most anticipated nights of the year. But I'm trying my damnedest to try to temper expectations a little bit.
They're minor tempered.
Yeah,
I even woke up this morning. I was like, "Oh, it's the Raw After Mania," and I'm like, I'm not going to get my hopes up.
Yeah. The King has a proclamation. We'll wait for that to hit the chats here, but thank you to everybody joining us tonight. Find us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But please do us a huge favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Podcast that we hit 600 subscribers before 500 episodes. That was our goal here, and we have achieved it. 605 subscribers right now. Tell everybody what they got to do, man.
Yeah, just tell one person. If you like what we're doing here, subscribe to our show. Why not? We're having a good time. WrestleMania is past, but we're not going anywhere. You know, we're going to be here. So,
you know who else is going to be here? The King is returning to Cincinnati.
That is a big deal.
That is goddamn exciting. I haven't seen you in person in over a decade. Holy shit, that's free. That's fucking awesome. Congrats, bud.
Breaking news, which I can't play the drop, but
I know. I got to find a new sound.
There you go.
No.
That's close. That's huge news. I'm excited.
That is huge.
Somebody to watch Eagles games with. I'm excited.
My friend first, dickhead. Follow the Main Event Wrestling Network on all social media platforms as well. Shout out to everybody working their asses off during WrestleMania week last week. I mean, we were cranking out watch-alongs, live streams, podcasts, blogs. Man, we really put pedal to the metal last week, and thank you to everybody that joined us for even a second of our WrestleMania coverage. Because, dude, it's fun. Regardless of how you may feel about what happened at WrestleMania. It's a big week for wrestling as a whole. We wanted to show it the respect that it deserved. Shout outs to Action Wrestling, GCW, Pandemonium Pro, Pride Style, St. Louis Anarchy, New Texas Pro Wrestling. Everybody that ran a show during Mania week, I mean, it's not an easy feat to pull off, and there was a lot of great shit to watch and a lot of standout moments. So do yourself a favor, whether it's Hooked on Wrestling, Progress, obviously, Hooked on Wrestling, IWTV, Trilogy TV Plus, doesn't really matter. Check out some of these shows. Do yourself a favor, especially if you weren't all that enthused with what you saw at WrestleMania. There's some other great companies to enjoy, and they're always looking for new fans to tell these stories to. So do yourselves a favor and check all of this content out. Podcast Dad,
real quick, speaking of Action Wrestling, there was an announcement from, I guess he's still our friend. I just don't like what he's doing right now. Mr. Jameson Shook is presenting Night Zero before the SCI weekend on Thursday.
Yes. I know. I'm looking at dates. We're gonna have a conversation. Fernando is also in the chats here. Good to see you tonight, my friend. Mania was a very mixed bag. Night one was a soulless night of wrestling, but night two was pretty good. I think that tends to be the general consensus. That night two was better than night one. But anybody that's watching right now, give us your thoughts on either night. And again, have fun with it. Be respectful. Just be nice. And we want to hear your takes, and we'll put them all up on screen. But podcast, where do we start?
Well, I think we start with they got it right. I'm going to give credit to where credit. No. There was one thing. Yeah. Out of this WrestleMania weekend that we asked for. Was there not? There was one thing. We asked, do not mess this Obafemi match up. And they did not.
No, they did not.
Brock made him look like $1 million. Obafemi era has started. Dude, sky's the limit.
Michael Cole calling him the next big thing is not an accident.
No.
Not an accident whatsoever.
He will be world champion by the end of the year.
A lot of people think SummerSlam. I mean, Roman calling him out.
I'm calling my shot now. He's winning King of the Ring, and he's going to go to SummerSlam. He's going to win the title.
That's where I'm at. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And is that predictable? Sure. Is it going to be amazing when it happens? Fuck yes, it is.
Yeah. And predictable is okay sometimes. I mean, if
when we
the
want
story
it,
is there, if the story is there and you can see the investment that both characters are making towards the quality of the event that they're eventually going to have to compete at, like that, predictable is fine, especially with Obafemi. I mean, they are trying to mimic that meteoric rise with Brock Lesnar. That's exactly what they're doing here, and it's fucking working.
It was booked so well. I know there's people out there worried, like, oh, where does he go from here? Dude, straight to the moon.
Doesn't matter.
Straight to the moon. You put the rocket ship on this dude. There's so many fresh matchups. Like, all we were talking about was the youth movement, and they did a great job last night establishing some of the youth that they have with Rick Williams, with Obafemi. Javon Evans did a great showing. Like, there's the talent's there. We're gonna get some fresh faces in this main event soon. Yeah. I think it's happening sooner than later.
Hot take from the King. Said felt like Saturday night's main event until Roman Punk.
So I can see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Because the matches weren't long.
No.
None of the matches at Mania were very long, right? Besides the two main events. Take that for what it's worth. Like, they sold ads. They had to get their commercials in. Like, I agree night 2 was better, but yes, matches could have been longer. I 100% agree. Like, could Dom and Finn been given a little bit more time? Yes, they could have. Yep. Could Rhea and Jade been given just a little bit more time? Yes, it could have.
Yes.
I thought the results were well, but yeah, the biggest gripe coming out is yes, the matches were just not long enough to feel like a WrestleMania. Right? We had a couple matches that felt like actual WrestleMania matches. 3, maybe 4 out of the 13 match card. Like, I get it. It just, when WrestleMania Sunday ends at 9:45, that's crazy.
So, which I didn't mind, especially on a Sunday after 2 nights of 3 or 4 hour shows. Like, I don't mind the end time, and we also have to keep in mind that they're on West Coast time. They're 3 hours behind as it is. So that's something that's not always considered. Fernando, on this one
next year.
Yeah, I know. Fernando, as far as Brock and his debut, like, there are a lot of parallels between Brock Lesnar and Obafemi and their respective debuts here. Brock Lesnar debuted the night after WrestleMania 18. He was supposed to work that King of the Ring qualifier with Austin. I think he maybe had a match with Flair and RVD as far as winning the King of the Ring and then getting to
he took
getting to SummerSlam against The Rock. Oba is, I think that the comparison should be more on the meteoric rise and how the company in their current context, and looking at the similarities there, because Brock Lesnar, yes, he had the benefit of the OVW system. I mean, that's the greatest class that OVW will ever see as far as the people that came out of it. The difference is OVW was not readily available to a nationwide audience the way that NXT is. I mean, again, regardless of it's CW or Netflix or how you're watching it, OVW was not nearly as widely available as NXT is now. And that's what benefits Obafemi, is because if you are watching NXT and going from NXT to main roster, you are seeing how quickly he acclimated to professional wrestling. What was he, 10, 15 matches in before he won the North American Championship? And then on from there to win the NXT Championship a couple of times. All of that makes it, because that's stuff that should be considered as well. There's a reason that he was chosen to be in the John Cena retirement show and that have that exhibition match against Cody Rhodes. Brock Lesnar had not faced Triple H or Chris Jericho or anybody that was holding the Undisputed Championship at the time that he debuted on the main roster. That's what makes this so much more important, is that even though that was a schmoz of a finish with Drew McIntyre, he still got to mix it up with world champions and be front and present in that moment in a way that Brock Lesnar was not necessarily. They both still have that lightning in a bottle aura. Oba's aura even has fucking aura. King of the Ring is what they need to do with him. Let's fast track this program with Roman. Oba Femi, there's no reason you can't put that title on right now because we don't really know what part-time Roman Reigns is going to look like. Fernando, I love you. I think that there's a little bit more that needs to be considered as far as Oba Femi's rise and the ability with which somebody can check out his highlights.
I also think at the time we had never seen anything like Brock Lesnar, right?
Also, yes.
Like that was so new to everybody that it was so different, right? We've seen big athletic guys now, like, and not taking anything away from Oba, but I think that's what makes it a little bit different with Brock. Was Brock was just like, what is this, right? And how gifted he was right away, and they see it with Oba. That's why we're talking about what we're talking about now. Yeah, Oba Femi has it. Capitalize on it. We have not seen anything like Oba Femi since Brock Lesnar. So they have it. Just go for it, man. Just why not?
And Fernando,
same.
He does. Now I will say the problem is the Vision story has just been snake bitten because he does not have the same aura that he had when he first debuted. And I mean, because it was this time last year that he was joining the Vision and everybody was like, oh shit. And we all kind of connected the dots of what we will eventually see and what should have happened this weekend, Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins. We'll get that. And I think that this, now the WrestleMania is in the rear view. Now that both guys are healthy, we can kind of get back on track with where this is going to go. If done right, this is a program that could end inside Hell in a Cell. And that certainly will do a lot to establish Braun Breaker. That's not to say that he doesn't have the intangibles. It's just that the creative, timing of injury, and just unfortunate circumstances, luck of the draw is why we're not necessarily talking about him the way that we are Oba Femi right now. That'll quickly change, but it's just, again, snake bitten Vision story, injury. Didn't get the Mania moment that we had kind of penciled in for him, but that's not to say that it won't happen. King, yes, you are absolutely right. It's egregious that he was left off the card. It's egregious that Ilya was left off the card. Chelsea Green should have had something to do backstage. Tiffany Stratton, Julia. I mean, the list goes on. Yes, Melo is firmly in the future of EO as well. They are, that's what it is.
I want to go back to
Maria. This is very different. I think this is very different from Ryback. That is,
I think it is. Ryback was compared to more than Goldberg than anything.
Yeah, not necessarily to Brock Lesnar, but yeah, Goldberg and
Lesnar.
Yeah,
look, Braun and Oba have a chance to be what, and I'm not saying they're the same talent level. I'm not saying they're going to have the same careers. I'm not saying any of this, right? But they have a chance to be this generation's Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
right. They have that, right? It's right there in front of their faces. They just got to go for it. Like it's time. It's time to establish new stars. And hopefully last night was very clear that we are hungry for the new stars. We're ready for them. Like, you got to take some risks though. And I think they're ready to take some risk. Yeah. I mean, that's fine.
I understand it, but I'm still firmly on the King of the Ring train.
Oh, I think Oba's going to win King of the Ring. I really do. I think he's going to win King of the Ring, and I think he's going to win at SummerSlam. Whether that's beating Cody, beating Roman, beating Randy, I don't know who it's going to be at that point. Oh no. What else did you want to talk? What's your second biggest takeaway? I'll give you mine.
Yeah, Brock, that match was perfect. I mean, the people that, especially in my article in the scrap, everybody that needed to win
last night,
they won. Yeah, everyone that needed to win at WrestleMania in that article that I wrote, they won. I think that the stipulations as far as unsanctioned match, street fight, they need to do a better job of differentiating those two matches, because the only difference, and I pointed this out in a video I did with our buddy Jordan over at Body Slam, the only difference between the unsanctioned match and the street fight we got between Finn and Dom was the use of a toolbox in the unsanctioned match. That was the only difference.
They just need to stop doing unsanctioned. Like, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. Like, we don't need them. If you're gonna do it, like, pull it out for like what they did with Roman last night. Like, you don't need it.
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway is the main event last night was
very
amazing.
It
was amazing. And it told the story so well. I remember we were all kind of like, saying he's old was kind of weird. It played a factor in the match. Like, it was so well told. I don't know if we're liking it more because of what happened night one, but I just think that was a really, really good main event. And you want to talk about a guy, both men, like Punk getting his main event and that being the main event, amazing. Roman Reigns on a 4-year heater. Back-to-back with Cody, the triple threat last year. This, like, dude is, like, we thought Tribal Chief was his prime. Dude is killing it right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see him go away.
It only took 11 years, but they got the babyface reaction at WrestleMania that they've always wanted. And it played perfectly. Families in the front row. And it wasn't one of those, like, kind of overly produced family moments. It was just a very goes up, hugs his wife and kids, back in the ring, holds the title over his head, and we're going home. This has been the most consistently booked story from Rumble to Mania. Obviously, the only critiques that I had, and you guys can go back and watch our episodes in the archives, some of the moments they could have let breathe a little bit, because there was a lot of back-to-back weeks of just the rebuttal response that you could have, I think they could have done a better job of pacing some of that. But overall, WrestleMania was built on the back of this program, and it exceeded all expectations.
One of the rare times where it hit expectations, right? Like, I think expectations were so high. We were so ready for this match, and everybody expected it to be really, really good. And it was really, really good. Like, first time in a long time where I think we overhyped it and it over-delivered. I mean, it's up there. It's like, we'll have to go back and look, but that's just like that's a top 10 Mania main event.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And Fernando, that's the point here. The story was for both of them. Roman's just saying Punk's straight up old. And we saw that in the finish of the match. And Punk kept saying, you can't win without your family. That's why you were on top for 4 years. So Roman had to also prove that he can win a world title on his own without any assistance, because it had been a very long time since he had actually had to do that. And he pulled it off.
Great.
Now, Josh is, I hear him when he says that, but looking at the history of part-time champions, if he says he's not done part-time this summer, I'll believe it when I see it. But there's more than enough evidence. He is, as he should be. But we have seen enough of quote unquote part-time champions, and kind of when you get these massive moments, and that was the bulk of his 4-year run, is he was not there every single week. I think that we have evolved past that era, especially when we see the new names that are coming in that are frothing at the mouth to be at the top of the card. We've been talking about one of them in Obafemi all night. They would benefit much more from champions being on TV every week or every other week. And we've seen with Roman that that's not always the case. That's why I hear him when he says that at the post show last night. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. And look, I think it might be full time, right? Because sorry, I'm coughing to the mic. I think it won't be part time this time, because this isn't going to be a 4-year reign.
Yeah, that's true.
This is gonna be a 6-month reign, in my opinion. Like, I don't think he's holding it that long. I truly believe we're getting, and this is just, I think Obafemi is winning that title. It's not like I'm willing to bet my house at this point. Like, I don't think Roman is, and I don't know what story they're going to tell But if he's going full time, I don't think he holds it past SummerSlam. And that's what's giving me like, okay, maybe this is every week Roman or what we want to do here.
Sure.
Because this is not going to be the 4-year title run that we just got. Like it's just not. They can't do that again, or the crowd will turn on him again. So I think if this is a shorter reign, I would not be surprised if we see him not every week, because I don't think we're going to see him every week. But I would say every other week at the very least. Like he could do a couple back-to-backs and then skip a week here or there. But I think we're going to get more than we think we're going to get. Like I have faith that he knows, like, I got to be there, because he doesn't know how much longer he's got in there. Like this could be the last run. Like we don't know what it's going to be. Like Hollywood is knocking down the door. Like it's ready for Roman. So
yeah.
Roman's got a decision to make. Like, does he want to go all the way in, which I think everybody would love? I think since it's a shorter reign, I think we're going to see a lot more of him than we expect.
Yeah. And Fernando, I hear you. As far as working that full-time schedule or not going for a championship, but if you're printing money for WWE, they don't care what kind of schedule you work. If you were
the door's open too, right? You can't really close it at this point.
Yeah. It's just, I hear you. Believe me, I do.
It's a different business,
but it's just, again, we can thank Brock Lesnar for that, because when done properly and it was novel, it worked. But it was something they did run into the ground. But I think that we'd be kidding ourselves if there's and I'm not saying it's any talent in particular, but let's just say that there is somebody that is a legitimate box office draw that eventually decides that they have enough contractual leverage so that they want to be on a part-time schedule, and they're still making that money for the company, and that ROI on that part-time contract exceeds any sort of thoughts that we may have about part-time champions. They'll take it and do with it. And podcast, I think this is a perfect time this was something I wanted to get your reaction on live on air, and I didn't want to tell you this quote here. But Mark Shapiro, president of TKO, had I think this was he was doing a talk of some kind at University of Alabama. And this is an exact quote. First of all, TKO has complete control. So we're responsible, good and bad, fact and fiction. Having Hollywood tie-ins and celebs and stars and Logan Paul, Pat McAfee, Mark Wahlberg shows up and does his thing. Tyrese Halliburton last year got in a fight in the ring with Jalen Brunson of the Knicks. That's not new. It's just on a larger stage. And we're spending a lot more money to market the brand and market the content. And when you do that, you're going to win some folks over, but you're also going to chase some folks away. They don't like this or they don't like that. This is too expensive, or, oh my God, to watch WWE, I got to buy Netflix, which costs this much. I got to watch SmackDown on USA. I got to do that. Got to have the CW to have cable. And now I have to pay for ESPN. And you can make some enemies really quickly. I was just reading something today that if you want to watch the Yankees game this year, the full season through playoffs, you'll have to watch it across 10 platforms at the cost of $1,000 when you have everything you have to buy to see them. That's just the way of the world today. I really wish this man would not continue to say shit like this, because this is the same guy that last year is saying ticket prices are only going to get higher and it is what it is. Like, everybody's got to deal with it. That bit you guys in the ass for WrestleMania this year. This was not nearly, because they noticed that while, yes, they did, provide their attendance numbers, there was no, oh, this is a record inside this stadium at any point in time. And they love chasing those records. If you have to offer discounted promotion, something you've never done in the 40-plus year history of WrestleMania to get people in the building, maybe stop saying shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, as a fan, right? I hate that. As a fan, it's annoying. As a fan, it should piss you off. As a businessman, he's completely right. I mean, he is. That's just that's kind of the way of the world right now, because WWE is so big at this point from what it used to be. People compare it to the NFL. People compare it to Major League Baseball. Like it's that high of a level. It's the highest level you can get to, kind of thing, right? And when Vince was in charge, the mentality was, I'm going to beat them all anyway. I'm going to do it how I want to do it.
Yeah.
But now with these guys involved, we've set it into the ground. Like, it's a business for them. It is the NFL. Like that, they want to make the most money possible. They don't care who they piss off.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks as a fan. But as a businessman, they are making more money than they ever have.
Yeah.
It's tough for me to separate it sometimes because I'm like, man, if I was in that position, I probably would too, because people are still paying for it.
Yeah.
Now, WrestleMania, I hope, is a wake-up call and shows them that they can't do some of the things that they did. And we find that middle, because we are so far this way from being so far this way forever that we got to meet in that middle somehow where it makes sense for everybody. And I don't think we're ever going to get there until they make their money back from what they paid for WWE. And I think we're still a few years away from that. WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia next year. Like, I never thought I would say that.
Yeah.
Like, the first international WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia. I never thought that would happen. But
I know.
How much money did Saudi Arabia pay for that? They don't care if there's anybody in the building, in my opinion. Like,
and I threw this out there on the video I did with Jordan. Go check that out. We'll post a link to that. But I think that this is something that TKO should strongly consider. Even though we did not enjoy the volume of the ads that we saw last night, hear me out on this, okay? Just take a walk with me. So for most non-wrestling fans, if I have to explain what WrestleMania is, if they're not familiar with it, I call it the Super Bowl of wrestling. Mm-hmm. TKO needs to start treating it a little bit more like the Super Bowl of wrestling. If you're going to make ads, go the full out blitz that they do during Super Bowl season for those spots, and really make these commercials that people want to watch in these viral moments. Because if you're already if I'm gonna have to watch that many ads, at least make them a little bit more entertaining than just the same rehash of all of your Disney properties that you want to get me to watch on ESPN Unlimited or Hulu or Disney Plus. Like, it just, especially if you're gonna go corporate, at least take it the full step. I mean, yeah, we know that the NFL is soulless. At least, I mean, they're honest about it too. But like, this is just something that, you know, you guys could do a little bit more with to generate some more buzz about the ads than just there's so goddamn many of them.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, right? They want to be the NFL. They want to be Major League Baseball. They want to be the NBA. The problem is none of those others have competition. They're competing against each other in different off seasons and different regular seasons, right? The problem with WWE trying to be that and get those ticket prices up and make the most money they can is AEW isn't going away. And they right now are the alternative where I can go to an AEW show for $20 and enjoy some of the best wrestling I've ever seen. Like, that's the difference. You can't be expensive and put out a shit product. You can be expensive and put out a good product, or you can be cheap and put out a bad product. Like, you can't put out shit while also asking me to pay an arm and a leg to go see 5 matches that last a total of an hour in a 4.5 hour show. Like, you just can't. Do you know the downtime between Vaquer and Liv Morgan and Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton?
About 45 minutes.
It was 45 minutes. If I'm at any sporting event, anything, and there's a 45-minute downtime, I'm going to get pissed. Yeah. Like, they have to find the balance. They have to do something where they just meet in the middle, where it's fun for the fans and you're making money. Like, you can't be one extreme or the other.
Yeah, and I would come back to this one, Maria. So I would say that the NFL does, because, I mean,
they slap you over the face with it.
Yeah, you're not watching a full 15-minute quarter without commercials for, obviously, timeouts, injury timeouts, challenges, booth reviews from New Yorkers in the last 2 minutes. There is just as much of it going on. It's just the difference is this was not something that we had always seen in WWE when it comes to pay-per-views, because you're paying that limited license for that 3-hour show, and you're not expecting to see ads because you are paying for it compared to your regular television. The NFL, the NBA, MLB, all of this is prevalent in the major North American sports, especially the NFL. It's just different because with WWE now, that they're putting it on platforms that do have ads, because they're it's not a WWE owned streaming platform the way that the network was, where they could charge $9.99 a month. You would see the occasional ad. These are companies that are selling a product that they're trying to get their ROI on. NFL is doing that, and WWE wants to position themselves as one of those major entertainment products.
Let me give you this stat real quick, just for argument. And Maria, appreciate you being in the chats. We love when you guys comment. Please comment so we can continue to have these discussions. And an average 3-hour NFL broadcast contains only 11 to 18 minutes of actual gameplay. The rest are roughly 25% of the total broadcast is ads.
Not to mention a 30-minute halftime show, sometimes 40 Super Bowl weekend.
Like during a 3-hour broadcast, 25% of your 3-hour broadcast is going to be ads. And like you just said, yes, like if there's injuries, they're going to go to an ad. They don't stay there. Like they can take as many timeouts as they want, ref stoppage, whatever. They're going to go to an ad in most cases. I mean, there's a reason like these companies pay millions of dollars to get these ads during like the Super Bowl, because we get a list every year of the top 50 ads. Like there's always ads. It's always ads.
Podcast ads stealing Rizzle's facts. Don't know who that is, but okay.
I know who Rizzle is. It's Grant.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'll tell you the lore off site.
Do I want to know?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
God, what else about WrestleMania did you like? I'm sorry, we've gone on a tangent, but it's been a good discussion.
Yeah, love that we got to see the EST. Congratulations to her and Montez. But damn it, Tez and Big Jim just kind of ruining everything for everybody when it comes to creative in 2026.
Now we know why he hasn't been on TV.
Yeah, that's all right. Good for them. I thought this was really cool.
So, have you seen? I don't even know if it's a report. I don't know if it's a theory. I don't know what it is. That Randy Orton turned on Pat McAfee. It's kind of like a middle finger to TKO going, don't get involved in our main event again. And now we're going to get Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, the feud that we thought we were going to get. Now that it's not WrestleMania, you know what I mean? Like, is that what's happening? Is WWE was like, fine, we'll play the game. We'll get McAfee in there, but here's how we want it done.
I'm sure it's possible. I mean, we're not in those meetings. This next part of Unreal ought to be real fucking interesting.
Yeah. You think that's going to come back?
It's planned to. Yeah. There's more episodes coming this summer. I mean, there has to be a reason we're getting some of the shit that we're getting. Because I've said it before, maybe some of the stuff we are seeing on TV is to have fodder for that Netflix show.
Yeah. But just that match in general. That's why I think my theory is happening. Cody worked heel. Randy was getting like cheered. Then Randy turns heel again, and now Cody's like the ultimate babyface again because Randy Orton really punted the shit out of Cody Rhodes. Like, and now Cody's getting the sympathy again, and Randy's gonna like, all right, this is the Randy that we wanted. He's not listening to outside voices, just the voices in his head kind of thing. I don't. Yeah. I'm not sure. I have a sneaking suspicion that like we're probably gonna get a couple more Randy Cody matches, and I think Randy's probably gonna win the title soon.
I think Jordan, his prediction is that happens at Backlash.
I think so.
I just hope it's a much better match than the greatest wrestling match ever that took place at Backlash.
Why? We're probably gonna get a better build than we did for Mania for the Backlash match. Like that's the thing is, I think we're gonna be really hyped for this Backlash match if and when they have it. And, like, where was this for WrestleMania? That's why it's so confusing. The whole thing was so confusing, and I think that's what it is. It's WWE going like, okay, we'll play your game. Like, get your celebrity involved. That's fine. Now we're gonna have the feud that we really wanted and like reward the fans kind of thing. I don't know.
I fucking hope so, dude. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you only have 2 weeks, and it is entirely possible. Look at how much of this card was put together within the last 15 to 18 days of the build. Gunther and Seth was not announced, and 18 days left until Mania is when that actually got started. It's entirely possible. That's not a challenge for them. That's light work. Stephen A. Smith, Booker T commentary duo.
No, thank you.
God, no, I'm good. I like what Booker's doing on NXT. I think he's got a balance with Vic Joseph. And I mean, I used to like First Take. I'll catch some clips here and there. But no, that's doing too goddamn much.
No, it was like no, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need that. Now, give me Booker T and more Ronaldo.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be fun.
I miss Moro though. Yeah,
those two bouncing off each other like Moro with the just straight laced, and you got Booker T. Like that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Mania was it was a tale of two nights, and that's such a problem because this is the third year in a row. I think that people are saying night one was better than night two, and it's a not even close sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's like what's the point of doing 2-night events if we can't have even just a genuine debate of like, oh, this was so much awesome, but there was this and there was this, and oh, how could but no, it's no.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. Like, obviously, they will never go back to one night.
No, never. Not with all the money they're making. Ain't no fucking way.
But do you think we were like shit? Do we miss the one night? Because neither night just felt as big as it should have.
A little bit, yeah.
I say that, but they did so good the year 2 years ago. Like I don't like the Philadelphia one. That felt like such a big Mania.
It did. No, you're absolutely right. This year, again, we can pick and choose things that were good to that was awesome, but not like a fucking oh my god, this is the greatest WrestleMania. Like there just really wasn't a whole lot of that on this card. I sometimes when I think maybe they should go back to one night, I remember 2019 and no, thank you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's everybody's
because right? I understand, and there's a really great op-ed on PW Mania today about how for every Razor versus Shawn ladder match there's a 3 minutes or a 35-second squash match. Like that's especially in those early WrestleMania days, they were trying to get everybody on the card as often as they can. I can understand that. The difference is that was closed circuit television. They weren't running ads. That's so looking at this WrestleMania, all the people that were upset did not make that card. You could have added 3 or 4 matches to each night of WrestleMania realistically and gotten a lot more names on the card. So that it just felt like this was just a very soulless presentation and just not even, this is just a ads, business, make our money kind of show. That's just what it was.
It was the first attempt to try and be the Super Bowl. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It didn't
and
work.
They did not stick the landing.
And it did not work. Tonight on Raw, what does Roman Reigns have in store for Monday Night Raw is what it says.
That's a good question.
We get the next challenger, or do you think it's Punk again?
I hear rumors that they want to try to do Oba and Gunther while Reigns is in this particular title run.
Saw that.
I don't love the idea of Gunther going before Oba.
I do. I think it's fine.
But the thing is, we're just coming back, and I have a feeling of what I think that you're going to say. I just don't want to see Gunther taking a pin anytime soon.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. However, somebody can get involved. Something can get involved. There's an out there. Like, Roman won the title last night by himself. Doesn't mean that's always going to happen.
He did. Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, there's ways to smudge that. There's ways to book that well enough that I don't think like a clean finish that would probably hurt Gunther a lot more, but the bloodline is going to be the bloodline. Like I don't think we get that many clean wins moving forward.
And this is one of the rare times I agree with you. This is kind of what I'm thinking is that they're like these guys are prime for each other. I think one or the other should go after Roman, even whether they're successful or unsuccessful. I wouldn't have them both.
No, at the same time,
or at least not during this particular title run of Roman's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. They should move Gunther to SmackDown.
Say it again.
They should move Gunther to SmackDown.
Maybe for the best. He's done just about everything there is possible to do on Raw.
Well, it gets him away from Boba.
Also, yes. Is he confirmed to be a Raw star?
No. I mean, not necessarily, but
That's fair.
I think we'd find out. I think we're going to find out more. No, I don't know. That's you make a great point. He is still technically that free agent kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. As
far as I know, there's not been any reports on a draft, and let's be honest, they don't really hold all that much effect anyway. I mean,
they don't.
Yeah, I don't think that. I mean, I feel like they have waited until late summer, early fall as well to do drafts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, do I think that they should be doing those more consistently after WrestleMania to shake things up a bit? I do. But remember the wild
come up with a different concept. I don't know.
Yeah,
not a draft. I don't know. Liv Morgan is on tonight. We got JD McDonough taking on Finn Balor.
Can I say shout out to Michael Cole because he continues to make JD McDonough look like $1 million every single week, no matter what. And he did a phenomenal job last night at WrestleMania. That Mexican destroyer had no room for error based on how that ladder was positioned, and McDonough could have easily found himself toppling backwards, out of the ring, and nothing but air in the ground but pure imagination. So yeah, hats off to Michael Cole and JD McDonough for the performance in that match. And anybody else out there that is still wondering why WWE signed Danhausen last night, if that doesn't convince you and tell you why, I don't know what else to tell you. That was magnificent.
Yes, it was a great segment. That's what they need.
Yeah.
We will hear from Obafemi tonight. Doesn't confirm anything, whether he's on Raw or SmackDown.
Does not.
And then Riho will take on the Kabuki Warriors. Is Io turning tonight? Now that Rhea has the championship, and it is against the Kabuki Warriors.
Since the match didn't happen at WrestleMania, and an Io turn did happen at WrestleMania, give me that singles match. Give me Io and Asuka. Let's just, even if it's just a one-off at Backlash, we got 2 weeks of a build to it. We can wait on a heel turn then. If it didn't happen at WrestleMania, let's not go forcing it. This match didn't make the card. It fucking should have. I want to see it first now.
Okay, fair enough.
Fernando thinks that Sol Ruka appears and challenges Liv.
I could see that. We'll probably get an NXT call-up or two.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. You think they're going to make this one? They're going to try to make this one memorable, or are we just going to?
I don't know. I
try too hard.
I don't know.
Kind of that.
We'll see what happens. I'm trying to just leave. I'm trying to temper expectations.
Low. Oh, they're low. I'm not. You ain't getting me again.
Yeah, I don't really want to try to predict anything about this particular show tonight. We'll react to everything tomorrow, obviously. But I just kind of want to wait and just see what happens. I mean, there was a lot of anticipation that we built up in our own heads about this weekend. I sure did. But let's wait and see.
Wait and see, guys.
Also, can we normalize not bothering wrestlers at hotels, gyms, airports, restaurants?
Especially CM Punk. He'll slap the shit out of you.
Let them do their fucking jobs. Like that shit that happened with Elena Black. That's also fucked. Like,
yeah, it's not good. That's weird. Don't be weird, and then we can't do fun stuff. Like, don't be weird. Don't ruin it for everybody. A-holes.
That's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. Can you actually do the vamp real quick? Mr. Ramsey just asked me if I wanted wings and rings, and fuck yes, I want rings and rings.
Ooh, that does sound good. Yes, folks, I had a wonderful weekend. I hope you all did. Mr. Cincinnati threw a great shindig for us. I had a great time. I got to meet the table, the most over table in podcasting right behind him.
It is an over
so
table.
Exciting. That was so exciting. But overall, I hope everyone enjoyed the WrestleMania weekend. And something Eric said, and it got to me that night was, man, this card kind of sucks, but look how fun everyone's having, right? And that's what wrestling's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Whether we like it, whether we don't, let's come together, bring us together, be nice, follow on all the socials, follow Main Event Network, subscribe. Read Mr. Cincinnati's articles. Also, please, 500 episodes this Wednesday. Have you got anything from the fact checker as far as prep?
No, I have not, and you're getting a little tinny and cutting in and out there. But just to explain to everybody at home, the guests on the 500th episode of the Wrestling Junkies podcast will be the Wrestling Junkies. The fact checker is putting us in the hot seat to answer some questions about our 500 episodes and pro wrestling in general. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. Tune in, hang out. If you got a question for us, throw it in the chats. But yeah, we're ready to celebrate with you guys. We can't do this without any of you. So show up, have your best questions, have fun, share it with your friends. Just tell everybody we're gonna be having a great time here. And we appreciate everybody.
Bosby's not invited.
Yeah. No,
Tim Bosby. I don't even want to see you in the comments, Bosby. Don't you dare. Don't you come ruin our 500th episode. Don't you do that.
Do not do that. Do not do that. But we will be back tomorrow. We'll break down Raw. We'll break down NXT. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. As always, like, share, subscribe. Just tell one person. There's plenty of room at our table. That's the podcast, Dadhausen. I am Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies podcast. And until tomorrow, enjoy those grabs. Good work.